Hello and welcome to Ben's Worx. On this episode, I'm going to take some colouring in pencils and turn it into a ring. So the first thing you're going to need to do is pick out your colour pencils. Now you're going to need these ones that have this hexagon shape on the end there. That way we've got nice flat surfaces to glue the pencils together. So once you've picked out your 11 colours, we can now get to gluing them together. So the next step is to organise what colours you want. Now we're going to have two rows. The bottom row is going to have 6 pencils and the top row is going to have 5 pencils. So sort out what colour order you want, and then once you've done that, grab yourself some CA glue. Any CA glue should do. And then what you need to do is run a bead of glue down the flat edge and then glue them all together. So then you'll have 2 stacks, one of 5 and one of 6. Now once you've done that, this will be your ring blank. Now you'll have 6 pencils across the bottom and 5 across the top. Now depending on how thick you want your ring, you could add another 4 across the top. It's up to you. The next thing we need to do is determine what size hole we need. Now this will be the hole that'll go over our finger. So depending on what finger you want to use, get yourself a scrap piece of wood, drill some holes on it and see which one fits best. I've made a couple of test holes. This seems to be the one that fits my finger the best, so that's what I'll be going with. Now I'll be using a drill press to drill my hole, but if you don't have one of them, you can quite easily use a cordless drill and it'll do the same job. Now when lining this up, get as close to the edge as you can, but just remember we need to leave enough pencil around the outside so that we've got something nice to look at. So now we need to shape the outside of the ring. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can grab yourself a hole saw that's slightly bigger than the hole and cut it out, or what I'm going to do is go to my bandsaw and rough cut the shape out. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. All we want to do is get a rough shape, because then we'll fine tune it on the belt sander. I'll be shaping my ring on this belt sander, but if you don't have one like this, but you do have a belt sander like this, just turn it upside down, put it in a vise and you can use it that way. And if you don't have one of them but you do have an orbital sander, same thing, just turn it upside down and just shape the ring on the top there. So when it's time to shape your ring, what you want to do is go nice and slow. You don't want to take too much off. It all depends how thick you want the ring to look on your finger. So remember, just take your time on this part and just try and get a nice even circle around the outside. And once you feel you've done that, we'll start shaping the edges. Now that we've got the thickness we want, the next step we're going to do is get some sandpaper and just run over these edges and just soften them up. So you just want to get yourself a little square piece of sandpaper so it's nice and easy to use. And we're just going to go around the outside edges and just make them all nice and round just so they don't hurt your finger. So now we've done that, the next thing we need to do is just put a bit of sealer on it. So it's now time to apply a finish. You can use a spray polyurethane or a wipe-on poly. The one I'll be using is linseed oil. It dries really quick and it leaves a nice finish. Well, there it is guys, a ring made from colouring in pencils. How simple is that? Just glue your pencils together, drill your hole in the middle, shape the outside. It's as easy as that. Now you can make this as fat or as thin as you want depending on what look you're going for. So the other thing I would suggest is that this is just costume jewelry. I don't think it'd hold up to being worn every single day. So I hope you like this one guys. I actually got the inspiration from Peter Brown. I'll link his channel just up here. You can go check him out. He actually made one a couple of years ago, and I thought I just had to give it a go. So smash that like button, subscribe if you want. I put new how-to and build videos out every couple of weeks. Thanks for watching.